G'day, we're back at Myriad Life, Beach City Life on Facebook, and I have with me Sharon Hunneybell from City of Gold Coast. How you going, Sharon?
I'm going well. How are you?
Good, thanks. If you don't know Sharon, if you're from Gold Coast and you don't know Sharon, come on, what have you been doing? You've been living in a cave. How many jobs do you have?
Too many. Well, I've got a full-time job where I'm working for Opmantec as the general manager. So we make network management software that we export all over the world from the Gold Coast. On top of that, I've got all my passion projects. So we run in-school accelerator programs for high school kids. I work with people through the Innovation Hub and just try and generally champion people getting started and exploring their ideas and showcasing the businesses that they're running from the Gold Coast.
Great. So being here as part of City of Gold Coast Council,
Yep.
you've brought how many businesses here to Myriad?
We've brought 8 with us, and a wide range of businesses, from virtual reality type businesses to, well, we're an exhibitor as well. We've got some guys here that have got cloud-based technologies. We've got some guys here who've actually created these amazing lithium batteries and lithium-powered vehicles that are really cool. So it's been really good, and it's actually some of the companies that we've brought with us. They went through an application process through Myriad, and some of them I didn't even realise we had on the Gold Coast. So I was really excited to be able to see, that there are even bigger and better companies than I knew were there. So it's cool.
I just love that, like, how all of a sudden you meet somebody, you go, where are you from? They're from Gold Coast, and then you go, hang on, how big or small are you, whatever it is, and it's just, what are you doing? And it's so amazing. And you go, what, you're right here in my backyard.
I know.
And, that's what I'm all about, is getting their word out, getting more media attention for them, getting more public awareness for them. I'm just so amazed at their businesses, and I've just met a couple here today from our backyard. It's awesome, isn't it?
It's fantastic because, that's it. If we don't know what's going on in our own backyard, then, how does the rest of the world know what we're doing? And it's just, this whole festival to me has just been mind-blowing, and I just have loved it. Loved meeting all the companies, and I'm so excited about the innovation that we've got going on in Queensland and in Australia as well.
So Sharon's holding her favourite little hobby toy right here. It's her surfboard. I wish I could lift this up and just can't show this beautiful picture of the Gold Coast on it. Sick. I want to take it home. So
we actually borrowed it from the mayor, so you never know, you might...
Sorry, Tom, you're not getting it back. I'm taking it. Cool. So, speaking of leisure, running 8 or so gigs, whatever you're doing, you run off your feet. How do you make time for yourself and clear your mind?
I get up early. I'm an early morning person, and I try and go for a run at least 3 or 4 mornings a week. So for me, that's great. Running clears my mind, and I live on the Gold Coast, so you've got beautiful beaches and mountains, and you just, as soon as you get out there into the environment, it's just instantly relaxing.
Are you a beach runner? Do you run on the beach?
I love running on the beach, but you got to get there very, very early in the morning when the sand is still sort of crisp from the dew, I do. I love it.
What time's that?
Around about 5, because then you can watch the sunrise as well. I mean, if you're going to go for a run in the morning, why not go at the most beautiful time of the day? So.
Yeah, and apparently if you don't take a photo of it and post it on Facebook, it doesn't count.
That's right. There was no sunrise unless you've done that.
I get an update nearly every morning.
Yeah. So I'm quite a creative person. So the other thing, I love painting, sewing. So I do dressmaking. I do all sorts of things like that as well to wind down. So
where do you find time to do that?
On the weekends, I shut myself away from all the people that I normally deal with during the week, and I just sit there and be creative and just. I find, again, another brilliant way for my mind to sort of detach from the business world for a little while and just flow slightly differently to create new things. So, yeah. And
you probably wouldn't believe it, but Sharon's also a mum.
Yeah. Yes, I have an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old, so...
What?
And they're awesome kids. So actually, we've got a startup weekend coming up on the Gold Coast in May. I think you guys are aware of that. So my son's actually going to pitch an idea for the first time. So, and my daughter actually participated in one about 3 or 4 years ago, which was what inspired me to start the high school program. So yeah, I'm very lucky that my kids are so supportive of what I do, and they love it, they learn from it, and it's cool.
I think it's May 5 to 7.
May 5 to 7.
Startup weekend on the Gold Coast. Whereabouts is it being held, do you know?
We're holding it at Bond.
There you go.
Yep, and yeah, it's going to be great, pitch any idea, whatever age you are, just come along, and they're always great fun. I know there's going to be some really, really good catering this time.
All right.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
If that's what you're into, go and get some free food.
Yeah.
No, free? No,
Yeah.
not free food. You have to pay for it.
And I believe there's some pretty awesome prizes there for a couple of student teams through Beach City as well. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, are we?
I don't know.
Anyway, that's what I'd heard. So if you're a student team, you should definitely go along.
Cool. Yeah. Lee actually mentors at Bond a fair bit, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got something going on there that I don't even know about. That's all right. That's the challenges in business. Sometimes there's just so much going on, you can't know everything. But as long as stuff's going on, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So if you had to give yourself a phone call, maybe you're not that old, so maybe I'll say 5 years ago, because that was when you were really young.
Yeah.
What would you say to yourself?
About what I'm doing now.
What advice would?
Advice?
Yes.
Probably just, I don't know, I'd probably tell myself everything that you're thinking about right now, you can actually do. And in 5 years' time, you probably will have done a lot of it. And then I'll probably tell myself to be a little bit kinder to myself, because I have so many ideas and things that I want to create and things that I want to do. And so I sometimes give myself a hard time that I'm not quite getting through the workload. But then you look back and you see all the things that you've managed to achieve, and you go, you know what, like, that was pretty good. So I would tell myself to be a little bit kinder to myself, and make sure I always take that time out to go for a run and do something creative on the weekends, because that's how my brain rejuvenates itself, and that's what keeps me going. So that would be it.
Cool, that's some awesome advice. And so what's City of Gold Coast doing for entrepreneurs? Is there anything they can tap into, any programs other than Startup Weekend that you know about?
Oh, well, City of Gold Coast have always been massive supporters of innovation in the startup ecosystem. So particularly, so my passion has always been with the younger entrepreneurs as well. And so the Mayor has run his technology prize for 3 years in a row, which has been great. They've gone out to schools and found the most innovative ideas and got the kids to put those forward. So that's been great. They're always engaged with us in conversations about things that they can do. They do back the startup weekends. I would just say if you need support, the economic development area of the City of Gold Coast, there's so many people there ready to help you, whether you are trying to run programs, start a business, whatever it is you're trying to do, just reach out, and there's always a welcome person there to speak to. So
cool. And it's safe to say that your favourite beach is?
I love Surfers Beach, like Surfers Paradise Beach. Even though I love seeing all the different visitors, and I love the events and things that we run around Surfers Paradise. It's funny. So to me, in the last few years, Surfers Paradise has just come alive. There's some fantastic new restaurants in there. I think it's called Surfers Paradise Alliance, but anyway, there's been some groups that have been running fantastic events and just really getting great at promoting things and putting in an array of events that are suitable for kids, adults. I think we've got Sea Fire coming up in a couple of weeks. That is phenomenal. If you haven't watched those fireworks, got to get on it.
What a space for families, singles, business people.
Yeah.
It's really got everything now. Hey, Gold Coast has come alive. The amount of cafes that are available, restaurants, it's just amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm so proud to call Gold Coast my home. It's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So, and I think you are too.
Oh, I love it. It's really interesting, actually. So a few years ago, I used to do a lot of work in Sydney. And you go past cafes and things, and you would hear people doing deals at the cafes. And I used to think, wow, like, wouldn't it be amazing if you could have that same sort of culture on the Gold Coast? And the exciting thing for me is that more and more, there's particular coffee shops sort of between, I would say, Surfers Paradise and Burleigh, where you can walk in there and you actually do see people there with their laptop doing a pitch to someone, and there's just a buzz. And
even further down, Palm Beach has got some, Palm Beach Collective now.
Yes.
And then there's Coolangatta's, come alive with its restaurant scene, the whole strip. So absolutely amazing. Thanks so much, Sharon.
No worries.
We love what you're doing. Love your passion for the industry. Love your passion for people and business. And make sure you stay in touch with us and City of Gold Coast. Facebook Live on facebook.com, Beach City Life. Share it out, guys. And make sure you're helping spread the word that entrepreneurship is a journey to be discovered and is worth discovering. Thanks again.